Good morning. Happy weekendness. Yeah. So, lately, I haven't really been feeling doing videos. I haven't had much to say. I think that the energies have been intense. I feel like everybody's kind of warring and like a warring kind of vibe. I think everybody's purging a shit ton right now and facing a lot of shit that they've kind of denied and not worked through. And I think it's like wearing on everybody, and everybody's kind of just, I don't know. And then like everybody's kind of in this what's real, what isn't real kind of situation, this black and white thinking. There's a lot of people saying this, then there's a lot of people saying that. What do you believe? And it leaves people very frustrated, kind of like the mask wearing or the vaccinations or the lockdowns. I think it's making people incredibly angry and frustrated inside because they do feel like they're being lied and used to. And everybody's kind of coming to this head where they're going to have to admit to themselves that maybe some mistakes were made. Maybe some choices that they made weren't exactly the best choices. And that's, I mean, life is all about learning. So really, even if you make a bad choice, it's a good choice because it's furthering your spiritual soul level learning and learning as a human being. But my God, it's been crazy. I've had my moments. I really have, and that's why I haven't really done a video. Because it's been intense and it's been a roller coaster, and like 1 minute you're really mad and the next you're fine, and it's just like, I don't know, it's been real crazy. I would like to touch bases a little bit on people kind of being forced to be shown their shadow selves and reality and what reality really is. I still truly believe that you can make your own reality. And I think that's the human struggle. Oh, God, it's so real as a human being struggling, trying to create your own reality and even coming to the realization that you can create your own reality and that we are all magicians of our own lives and our reality around us. If you choose to believe negativity, guess what? That's exactly what you're going to see. And if you surround yourself with people like that and things like that and experiences like that, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be very negative. And the 3D world has a tendency to drag you right down underneath that shit and fucking make you choke on some water. So, I mean, how do you get out of that? How do you get out of that mindset? I think it's good to remove yourself. Take a fucking social media break. Get the fuck out of there. Do some chakra work. Listen to your favorite music. Get out and play. Have some fun. Take your mind off of shit because it's Ukraine. Like, all this bullshit. And, it's like vaccinations and the virus and just all this shit. And it's like, it's confusing. It's frustrating. A lot of people are kind of being faced with the choices that they've made, and they're not liking it because the truth of the matter is we've all been lied to. We've all been used and we've all been controlled and turned into slaves, and we are enslaving ourselves. And that's the worst part of it. The best slave is one that doesn't realize they're a slave, So how do we get out of that? How do we change that mindset? How do we create our own reality? How do we stop this? How do we switch it up and do the opposite? Because we are all addicted to suffering. That is the human condition. It's obvious. I mean, there's so much shit out there everywhere, and people are sitting there watching this shit, watching the numbers of the people dying from the virus, watching the numbers of the people doing the vaccinations, watching, all this war and all this shit, and it's like, turn it off. Turn it all off. Take a break. Take a minute. Find yourself again. Find your higher self. Speak with your guides, your ancestors, the divine. Take that light in. It's so important. And I think I'm going to take a social media break because I can't even anymore. It's dragging me down. It's making me mad. It's frustrating me, and I don't need that in my life. I don't need confusion. The more knowledge you get, the more you realize you don't understand anything or know anything. It's crazy. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. And it hurts my heart to see everybody being led astray and off their spiritual path. I don't understand why any of this shit's in the spiritual community in the first place. It's taking you away from your divine purpose. Do you think that your divine purpose is to share bloodied fucking videos of all kinds of horrific shit that's going on in the world? I think not. Yeah, it's important to open people's eyes up, but you don't smack them across the face. It's about free will, and it's kind of mean to impose that on people. Either they're gonna wake up or they're not. Me and my girl were just talking about this. You know, some people aren't gonna wake up this lifetime, and that's their path, and we have to be okay with that. That's just how the world works. That's how being a human works. That's how the experience is. That's just how it is. But living in dread and fear and anger and rage all the time and not actually literally facing it and asking yourself, why are you so angry? That's some hard shit. We're all being faced with some shit, some deep shit, some troubling shit. And it's not about like sharing, all this shit. It's about, how do we change it? How do we vibe higher? How do we hold the hands and guide the people through the darkness that need that? Even if they aren't going to wake up, how do we help humanity in this time, right the fuck now, and ourselves, by going within and working on ourselves and getting in contact with the divine, shining, accepting that darkness, accepting everything as it is, and then painting like a painter the reality that you fucking want. Not, this is how it is, this is how it should be, so let's do it. That's where I'm coming from. And I'm done. And I love you guys. And I hope you can find your way. And we can lead, and we can stop letting people lead us astray, because it's happening everywhere, in every community, in every situation. And what we really need to do is band together and stop spreading fear and hate and anger. Work on ourselves and help